Welcome back to the Taylor Peace Experience, motherfuckers. We're gonna be talking about the mob. And what I mean by the mob is the majority of people. Look, there's like population dynamics. It's a fucking pyramid the whole time. There's the 1% of people who get fucking everything, 2% who get a little bit less, but still a bunch, and then everybody else who gets fucking pennies. They get pennies. Essentially, I'm gonna equate this whole metaphor, something kind of like that. There's the majority of people, and they're gonna lead you on a life that is gonna leave you with, for your soul and for your body and for your wealth and for everything you could really truly cherish, they're gonna be that bottom rung of the pyramid. The majority of people who get pennies, and they could have millions. If you want to get to the millions, if you want to get to the millions or even the hundreds of thousands of life, the 1 or 2% of people, the 10%, is a lot fucking better because it's a lot more work. Because oftentimes we're born right into this mob. I'm gonna refer this as the mob. Now, what exactly is the mob? Now, the mob is plenty. You gotta understand, the mob is the majority of fucking people. Whatever it is, there's people who would perform at the base level, and there's people who perform above that. People who can perform below, but we're not even gonna talk about that because that's fucking not important at all. Like, that's stupid as shit. What we want to do, all the times, we're gonna be put into this, like, we're gonna be born to this average base fucking group. You just do the minimum, you get by. That's pretty much what it fucking is. And like a whole life, like, story kind of thing. That's pretty much just fucking it's high. Well, you don't really fucking want that. You don't really want a life, on your deathbed, you're looking back like, I mean, shit, it was okay. No, you want, like, thank fucking God I lived my life like that. Oh my God, that shit was awesome. That's what you fucking want. So you gotta understand, the mob is fucking plenty, and the mob is not gonna be good for you. The mob will give you maybe a good life, at best. At fucking best, you'll have a decent, good life. You will never have a great life. Because greatness is always attributed, in fact, to those ordinary lives. It's always like a contrast, like yin and fucking yang, like light without dark. Dark is gonna be the mob, and light will be the fucking greatness, man. Like, if you want that, you can't be with the mob. Now, the mob, the majority of people, is not a new fucking thing. This has been around for society, as long as society's been fucking around, man. Like, how it's been around for, like, revolutions. It's been around since Roman fucking times. It's just a fucking thing. It's just a thing about a society. And now, what is the mob? Well, actually, no. Let me talk about it a little bit more. The mob is essentially the majority of people. The majority of, like, these baseless people. And what do they want? What would a mob want? The mob wants to be fed. They want to be fed their desires. They want to be fed their limited ambitions. They want to just be fed and sated. This, now. Maybe you're gonna picture in your mind just exactly the kind of people who live in that mob are. It wants what it desires now and not later. If you're the leader of the mob, what are you gonna do to retain your position of control? What are you gonna do? You're gonna feed the mob. Oh, if it wants blood, you're gonna give it blood. Like, imagine, like, it's a fucking revolution. Imagine, like, the French Revolution, and they're screaming to kill. Well, if you want to keep your position, you better kill, or else they're gonna kill you. So, I get it chopping. If they want, like, the mob wants sex or leisure, you gotta feed it to them. You gotta make sure you feed it to them. The mob's only gonna want what it wants now. And a life that only wants what it wants right now, only desires now, and never in the future, is a shit fucking life. At best, very rarely, you may have a good life, and that's going to be the one mob member who thinks a little bit ahead. The majority of people don't. The majority of people really fucking don't. Now, how does it return to self-improvement? This channel, I'm trying to make you guys better. Well, to be honest, most people are born into the mob. And when you become aware of self-improvement, like, oh my God, I can actually, like, get to my dreams if I just fucking work hard enough. Like, I can actually do this. I can be fit. I can be hot. I can be attractive. I can live a great fucking life. I don't have to be at this low fucking level, depressed all the fucking time. You're gonna get alienated from the mob. You literally are like that one member who's like, hey, I'm gonna be out this bitch. If you were on a collision fucking course, 90 miles per hour in a wall, the guy in self-improvement is the guy who jumped out about when you could see that you guys were speeding towards a fucking concrete wall. But if he's attached so fucking thoroughly to the mob, all his mob friends are gonna be like, dude, what the fuck? Stay in the car. They're gonna be like the crabs in a bucket. If there's a bucket of crabs, the crabs at the very top are gonna be the ones to escape. The other crabs in the bottom, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna chop the fucking crab's leg off above them so they can't escape. So they're all stuck in this bucket together out of spite because they can't get out. Have you ever seen a successful, rich person have the same bummy fucking friends that they shared values with, but now that they're only like friends because what shit they were laughing at 2, 3, 5 years ago? No, they don't. Successful people alienate themselves as soon as possible from those kind of people. They alienate themselves from the mob. You can't be like that if you want to live that kind of life when everything you could want is just far fucking better, but you gotta really work for it. You can't be living with the mob. Now, let me tell you about what the mob is nowadays. I already said the mob has been around forever. It's been around during the Roman times. Like Seneca wrote a letter and it was like, hey, he's writing to somebody, and it was like, don't stand with the mob. If you share values outwardly with everyone around you, you're doing something fucking wrong. That was wrong. He said, if you share values inwardly with everyone around you, something is terribly wrong. Outwardly, there's an advantage to appearing to be with everyone else. There's an advantage in that. Inwardly, you're fucked. Now, what is the mob nowadays? The mob nowadays is they party, they drink, they sneak out, they fucking random people, probably unprotected. They don't read. They fuck the dopamine up. Actually, we can change parties to also include people who are just like staying inside playing video games all the time. You know, I was that person, I won't lie. Oh shit. Yeah, no, what we can do is we can actually put parties and people who play video games in the same fucking thing and just call it distraction. They just fucking distract themselves constantly. They go to college, probably get a bunch of fucking debt, they get a job that they don't fucking like, and they work until pretty much the end of their fucking lives. That's no great life. Oh, it's a fun life at first, while you're, the guy who's doing self-improvement, he's working, trying to put some work in the gym. It's not very fun. You're not gonna be, oh my god, this is so much fun when I first tried. No, it ain't that fun. But the person who's got partying and playing video games, of course, that's fun. That's very stimulating. But it doesn't fucking do anything, and it shows. By the time they turn 23, 25, 26, they ain't really shit. You're gonna see, like, very quickly, like, oh, they've been the same this entire time. While you were working, you may have, like, envied all that fun that someone could be having until you see, in a few years' time, there was nothing to fucking envy. You envied someone who remained the same from the time they were 14 to 10 fucking years later. You know damn well, if you're watching this channel right fucking now, you know damn well, if you stayed at this level that you're at for the next 10 fucking years, you would kill yourself. You would be so fucking depressed. You would be so sad. You would be stuck in a rut and you would hate yourself for the entirety of those 10 fucking years. But people in the mob, they see this like, oh yeah, of course, that's just how it is. At the apex of our civilization, we have never been so technologically advanced. We never had so much protection against medical care. We never had so much medical care in our life, protection against diseases. We never had so many access to vehicles, flying around. We get planes. We have all this shit we've never had before. And the majority of people are depressed. They can't fight off this epidemic of sadness because the majority of people, they are the mob. They just feed themselves constantly. They wake up, they scroll on their phone. Perhaps they go to school, they go to work, they come back, watch something on the TV, scroll on their phone. Oh, I'm horny, I'm time to jerk off instead of go find a fucking woman. Mob shit. Maybe on Friday night they go out and party and they're fucking, they're drinking, they're staying up late, they're fucking up their body. And none of that is going to remove themselves from the circumstances that they're in. When I was young, when I was first starting self-improvement, I really fucking wanted to go to a party. I wanted people to like me. That's part of my I wrote out like 5 goals for myself to achieve in 2 years, and one of those was like go to a party. And I had options to do that, but somewhere less than a year after I wrote down those goals, I very quickly realized, instead of going like, oh, let's go party, I want people to like me, I started going like, man, fuck y'all, you're some broke bitches, man, I'm trying to get big and rich, man, fuck y'all hoes. It's just like, and I'm very grateful for that, because otherwise I would be more part of the mob. Let's see, there's a bunch of people, you know, they're going in the gym, maybe they're bigger than you, maybe they're stronger than you, and they're going out and partying. It's alright, little bro, you're gonna be alright. Give it 3-4 years, you're still gonna be going to the gym probably. That's probably about it. If you start working on your business, if you start getting your money up, right, and really focusing, working harder than him, yeah, you'll overtake him. It might take some time. It might take some time, and you might be envious for a while, but fuck that. Focus on yourself. It's like all this shit, man. You can't be with the mob. If you start with the mob, your life is gonna be dog shit. You could TLDR of this whole video, your life's gonna be dog shit if you're the same as 90% of people around you. But if you want like that greatness, bro, if you want a great fucking life, a good life, the kind of life where you're like, man, I don't regret everything. I say a quote a lot of the time, and it's those who never do shall never know. If you want that great fucking life where you gotta do the shit that's gonna take you there, and if you don't, you won't know what it's fucking like. Partying, drinking, distracting yourself, fucking hoes, not reading, not working out, not any of this shit, not really working hard. That's gonna lead you to a solid, mediocre base fucking life that you see everybody else fucking have. That's people who are 20, 30 years old. They've already given up on themselves. You can see it in their eyes. They're practically fucking dead. They're going to work every day like, man, I hate my fucking job. They're like, I can't wait for this week to end. And they're writing. And it's the weekend, they're like, oh my God, freedom for 2 days. And they don't do anything with it. They just use it to recharge for 5 more days of work. Again and again. Oh, and there's a week of vacation, and again. 5 days of work, 2 days of rest. 5 days of work, 2 days of rest. It's a cycle, man. That shit's ass. The mob is gonna be there for your entire life. You could, now it might change from partying, drinking, all that shit to some other stuff in the future. 30 years ago, it was probably the same. The next 30 years, it might be the same. It might be a little different. I don't know. I can't tell the future. But whatever it is, man, you can't be like that. If you're watching this kind of video, especially if you're watching this fucking far, that's not the life you want. I know damn well that you want the antithesis. You want the exact fucking opposite of that. That's entirely achievable. The great thing about it is it's not guaranteed to have a better life. It's not guaranteed. There's no script in this part of the video. I'm gonna, in fact, close. Yeah, there's no guarantee. You could work all your fucking life and the fruits of your labor would just not blossom. Now what you can do is work and pray the fruits of your labor do blossom. There's no guarantee. But even that is a better life than just wasting away, desiring what you have right now. Desiring, feeding yourself like this mob. Until eventually, man, you realize, like, what the fuck are you doing? You only have a guarantee of one life. And maybe there might be a life after this, but you only have a guarantee of a life right now. I don't know about y'all, but that's enough motivation for me to like immediately try and do better than fucking everybody else. There's a life out there that's your future self's gonna thank you for, but you gotta work to fucking get there. Otherwise, you're not gonna see it. Alright. Remember, those who never do shall never know. Don't pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult life. Peace.